Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Bremer, I'd like to follow up on Senator Kane's line of questioning. And having served on a number of corporate boards myself, it's hard for me to believe that a mention of your company by name in a column by David Ignatius, one of the leading foreign affairs commentators in the country, would not come to your attention or to the attention of the board, and the implication that your company was somehow involved in the training of those who murdered Jamal Khashoggi. And you're telling us here today that you only, at first you said you had no recollection of it, and then you said, well, maybe there was something. Would you like to clarify this matter? I find it incredibly hard to believe that a five-person board of this company would not have had a fire drill when this allegation arose.
Yeah, Senator, listen, to be absolutely clear on the issue, I just don't recall the specifics about it. I'm not trying to hide any investigation that we may have done or not done. Understanding how we approach these sort of things has me sort of thinking that it's very likely that we did do some form of investigation, likely even had a discussion at the board level. I can go back and look at the details on that and provide that to both you and Senator Kane in full disclosure. It's just that, I'm involved in a lot of different corporate matters, a lot of different boards. In that particular instance, I cannot recall the specifics about it.
Thank you, and I know Senator Kane's going to follow up. You're in a unique and I think very important position right now, as you yourself, I think the term you use, moral and legal failings in recent years in SOCOM, and as a former SEAL with credibility in that community, it seems to me you have a very terrific opportunity to try to deal with this, what appears to be potential problems of culture. I hope you'll take advantage of that. And I think you've testified here that that is your intention. Is that right?
Yes, Senator, it is. Thank you. Thank you for those comments. If confirmed, I will absolutely take lead on this.
Thank you. Mr. Abed, you're taking a very difficult job, a very important job. I consider inspector generals among the most important jobs in the U.S. government because of the size, and in the case of the Defense Department, often secrecy. The public really doesn't have much visibility as to what's going on. Unfortunately, in recent years, the life expectancy, the job life expectancy of an inspector general is about the same as a squirrel trying to cross Pennsylvania Avenue down the street here. I really hope you'll think hard about the obligation you have to the country, and the fact that your oath, when you're likely confirmed and sworn in, is to the Constitution of the United States and to the laws under which you will be operating, not to any particular president or member of Congress or Secretary of Defense. Is that the way you see it, Mr. Abed?
Senator, that's exactly the way I see my obligation. I've sworn that oath several times in my career, and I abide by it each and every time. I'm a zealous advocate for the truth. I have advocated on behalf of victims my entire law enforcement career. I will advocate on behalf of the department's best interests throughout this one as well. There's no deterrence from that. That's the mission.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I take you at your word. I think you may be tested, and I hope that you will remember your testimony here today when that happens. Mr. Hansel, talking about intelligence, normally the customer of the intelligence agencies is the president, the Secretary of Defense, or the CIA, the policymaker, sometimes member of Congress. I would argue that every 4 years, your customer is the American people, because when they vote on November 3rd, they are the decision makers, they are the policy makers, and they need and deserve your intelligence about information involving foreign actors that may influence or try to influence our election. Will you push for the declassification when possible? And I understand about sources and methods, but I think you need to think about who is your customer, and every 4 years in November, your customer is the American people. Do you view it that way, Mr. Hansel?
Senator, as you alluded to, part of my responsibility, if confirmed, would be to secure our classified information and our sources of method. However, as I stated earlier, I do believe that the best disinfectant for misinformation is the sunlight, and certainly, if confirmed, would work with the broader intelligence community in the DNI's office to determine what is appropriate for declassification.
I think you're absolutely right in that view, and I hope you will hold to it and look forward to supporting your confirmation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.